Hi, my name is Peake from Loop Tackle, and we're here in the Scottish Highlands on the River Thurso. I wanted to talk a little bit about the 13'2" 8-weight 7X rod, which is the rod that I've been using most of this week. I want to talk a little bit about what lines that I like to use on it and why. So as soon as you hold this rod, you realise straight away just how light it is. It's light as a feather. You've got a lovely reel seat here. It's got etching, so you know straight away what line weighting it is. It's a forward locking reel seat. The quality of the cork, it's super dense. When you're feeling it, it's got a nice slim handle, but there's no soft spots anywhere. So Loop have really gone to town on the quality of the cork on this rod. It's got the unique heptagonal design structure, and it's got these forward leaning titanium stripper guides, which are brilliant. Just means you get less coiling of the line around those guides. So I'm a big fan of them. It's 4-piece, and the action is, Loop say it's medium fast action, but it's probably an action in its own right, because it does bend a lot in the middle and lower section of the rod, but the tip speed recovery is lightning fast, which just means we can use less effort with our arms and get way more line speed with that tip speed recovery. So it's a really nice rod to cast. But what line are we going to team it with? So when I'm on the slightly medium to large size rivers, I'm usually using Scandi shooting heads. This rod can really open up with a Scandi shooting head, either the GDC or the SDS systems from Loop. And it's just an absolute pleasure to fish. You've got loads of line control with the rod. It's a nice length. But what I would say is it's an 8-weight. So I'm generally using it from May onwards. Because when you're fishing those slightly smaller flies, whether it's small tubes or doubles, that's what this rod is made for. Of course, you could put a Skagit head on it and turn over bigger flies, but for the 8-weight, I'm looking to cast medium to small sized flies. But when you're here in the Scottish Highlands, like a river like this, like on the River Thurso, you need to be working the flies quite a lot. Those fish are sitting close in under the banks. Sometimes there's not that much flow in some of the pools, and so the fish really like the fly stripped back and worked. And so in that situation, there's no other line for me than the Loop Tactical line in an 8-weight. The Tactical line is really versatile. It's an integrated Scandi line, which means the running line and the head is fully connected, which allows us to strip all the way back in and get that line out again without dealing with a loop-to-loop connection. It takes both 5-foot or 10-foot poly leaders on the end, but equally you can fish it as a full float. It's really versatile. And on the river here this week, we found that we've been spey casting quite a lot where we've had space, but sometimes as the river meanders round, you have a quite strong headwind that you've got to cast out into and not much space behind you for a D-loop. So I found this combination of the Tactical and the 13'2" 8-weight brilliant for overhead casting. Straight into the face of a wind, you can overhead cast this brilliantly. So yeah, so that's why I like it. I'm fishing it all the time from May onwards for medium and smaller flies and really nice presentation, and from April onwards in the far north of Scotland on small to medium sized rivers with the Tactical line. So give it a go. If you've got any questions, get in touch with Loop direct and we'll be happy to answer any questions or give any recommendations on what we think would be best for you. Tight lines, guys. I'm off to get a fish.